Hey, what's good? Just want to share something real quick that happened yesterday to me. We see people on social media sharing their life, sharing their experiences, putting everything out there on display. And we know inertly that it's the highlights that we see, right? People put up their stuff, their content. It's the highlights, or it's the branding, it's the message they're putting out. But we know, though, that there's like other things going on behind the scenes. And I just kind of want to point something out. An experience I had yesterday, a truthful experience, where the last week I haven't been getting good sleep at all, and I love my sleep. Like I don't sleep in, I don't sleep late. When my head hits a pillow, I'm out. Like I'm done. Like that's it. I'm checked out. I'm gone. I'm on a different planet at that point. And for the past week, I've been getting on average around 2.5 to 3 hours of sleep, and it's kind of adding up. Like it's been adding up as far as like the stress from not having a good enough sleep. Also like the impact it's had on my ability to think and process and manage my emotions and stuff like that. I've noticed a difference, obviously. And so yesterday, or the night before, I was tossing and turning, heart was racing, just full of life. Like I was super motivated at like 1 a.m. still to do stuff. Couldn't wind down. I ended up going to sleep at like 4:30 in the morning, and then I woke up at like 6:25. I was hurting in the very beginning. But once I got up and I started moving around, I got up and I went to the gym. I went and did my thing. That's what I do every morning. It's part of my routine. And I felt good. I felt good most of the day. Met up with my buddy Anthony, had a great breakfast. Didn't feel exhausted, didn't feel tired. Went to Trader Joe's, got stuff that I needed to get, some food, and I'm still going, man. I'm still piling through. And there was a few things that happened that had irritated me a little bit. And it was like midday. Some stuff had happened in my day, and it's stuff that like I typically wouldn't get irritated about, because I would address it right head on with the things that with the people and the things that it was involving. That's just how I operate. I address shit right away. But yesterday I couldn't address a couple different things, and they were kind of just lingering. Well, that lingering ended up driving me insane. I went into a really dark downward spiral that started with me just complaining in my head about these situations, about these things that had happened, complaining in my head over and over and over again, replaying the incident, rehearsing what I was going to say to certain people to address the situation. And so like for a good hour I was in my head just going over all these things, just all these loops over and over and over again. And when it came time to, Angie had left, she came back, and her and I were discussing some stuff, and she pointed it out. She's like, "What's going on? Like, you're what's up?" And I started kind of venting to her about some of these things, and I started to feel better. I was like, "Damn, that kind of felt good. I needed to get that off my chest." And hold on, truck going by. And so then I get on a call with one of my clients, and I put it out there right away. I said, "Bro, I just want to let you know that this is where I'm at, the state that I'm in. We're still going to be effective, but I just want to let you know that this is kind of some stuff that I'm going through, whatever. This is the mood I'm in, but I'm owning it, and it's not going to affect our session." We had our session, powerful fucking session. He even messaged me afterwards like, "Dude, I needed this shit, man. This is really good. Thank you, man, so much." And by that time, when I got the text message back from him, I was just like, whoa, like I'm clear, like everything's good, like everything's okay. The process that I haven't mentioned yet, or not the process, but what was going on through my head that I hadn't mentioned yet was like the complaining that I was going, the complaining, the repeating patterns that I had going on in my head turned into this dark, deep spiral of me like basically beating myself up for stupid stuff. Like started thinking that I was a loser, that like what am I doing, like what am I doing with my life, like you're not making enough moves, you're not doing enough, like you're not making things happen, like you suck, like what, like no one's paying attention to this, and and like this sucks and this is horrible. And I was so in my head And that is what contributed to the deeper part of the space that I was in. It wasn't even about the incidents that had happened that I needed to address. It really evolved quickly into me doubting myself. And like I'm making moves, man. Like I'm making moves right now behind the scenes and making things happen, and investing into things, and you know, into myself, and growing and expanding. And I mean, I'm really making shit happen. And I know this, and I know this, and the people around me see me fucking running circles around things and like getting shit done. And so, like, you know, me knowing this, me knowing that I'm being effective and productive and creating results, like really creating tangible results, I still went into the space of self-doubt and self-criticism and self-judgment. And you know, I just want to share this with you because you might be going through something like this where, you know, you're doubting yourself, or you're hating on yourself, and you're putting yourself down. And even though you're doing good and you're making moves, you might feel like, I'm not doing enough. I'm not fucking doing enough. And then that I'm not doing enough turns into I'm not enough. That I'm not enough turns into I suck and I'm horrible. And what am I doing with my life? Am I even on the right path? You get what I'm saying? So I'm just sharing that with you here, that if you're going through that, it's normal. It's normal. This shit happens. And the solution to this problem that all of us go through, at least what worked for me yesterday, I have my own processes that I take myself through that are effective. But yesterday, what happened was just me talking about it out loud with Angie, and then also addressing the state that I was in with my client. Like just saying, hey, I'm acknowledging the fact that this is where I'm at right now, and I own it. And so that's something also that helps too. If you find yourself in a negative space, own it, own the space. Like, all right, yeah, I'm in this space. I'm being a little shithead right now, or I'm copping an attitude right now, and I'm hating everybody around me right now. And I'm just acknowledging that, you know, and when you really can own the space that you're in, it starts to kind of diminish the power that it has over you, because you're giving your power to something else, which is your own imagination and mind and attitude. But when you acknowledge it though, you own it, it starts to dissipate. Did I say it right? Yeah, god damn it. But anyways, yeah. Anyways, just want to share that with you. If you have any questions, leave a comment, reach out to me. But just know though that like it's normal. If you're in a negative space, it's normal. It happens to all of us. It happens to the best of us. And the quicker you can acknowledge it, the quicker you can own it, the quicker that you can address whatever it is that's bothering you, man, it helps big time.